Now, Das, Ed, Rosie, something we've been exploring here on Triple M's Hot Breakfast is one of the most iconic moments in the history of Triple M. The fried rice incident. We had Ben Amarfio, who used to run this joint, who was actually in the box with clients on the day of the famous fried rice incident.
And we've decided to go back. We were given the 10th anniversary is just days away.
It's Friday. This Friday is the 10th anniversary. Mark Stevens, we've pried him away from the Whitten Oval, and we've actually we got him in here to Triple M today to talk us through his version of it. But yesterday it was Ben Amarfio. He's just a little taster of what happened in that interview.
We were entertaining clients in our own box, and a couple of the guys said, look, we'd love to go and see the guys in the box. And I'd been talking up all of our boys saying, you know, listen, you've got to spend more money with us. You know, the camaraderie between our guys is so much better than these other clowns at AW and SEN.
Was there a tension in the box when you walked in, or did this come out of nowhere?
No, I didn't. Mind you, you know, you never know with Jason. Jason can be a bit irascible, and he was ready to explode anyway.
Right, well, this has been the observation over the years. You have to make the chief pretty angry to throw away food.
Well, that was my point, because after all of this happened, because it blew up, obviously, and the Herald Sun were all over it. So Tibbsy gives me a call. He says, were you shocked? And I said, well, I was surprised, but I was more surprised that Jason was throwing away food.
And is it true that when Quarters was at the back of the box, you're trying to coax him back in?
Well, yes. So he went out in the back, and so I've gone out there. And I was trying to keep a straight face because I look at him, and he would have had like 13 pieces of rice wedged in his hair.
How did you get him back in the box?
Well, I said, well, what do you want? What do you need? And he said, well, I want an apology. And so I've gone back in, and I said, what's going on with you big bear? You got out of bed the wrong side. I said, you need a cut-off. Give me a cut-off. So I gave him a hug. And I said, you need to apologise, because that was out of order. Eventually, he said that he would, and then I said, went back out to Quarters and said, well, Quarters, he's going to apologise, so you've got to come back in, but get rid of that rice.
Now, it's that bit at the end that has caught my attention the most of all,
it ever?
because when we started, we just thought we were just going to relive the week. We didn't just think that we were going to discover new information about this incident. The idea that Jason Dunstall...
This is like the Zapruder footage, isn't it? That, did it exist? Has it happened? I'm not convinced.
That the chief has apologised. This is a man who, much like Fonzie, never says sorry. Did he actually say sorry? Well, I have the audio evidence that the chief apologise. And I will say it's a completely sincere, from the heart,
there you are,
generous apology. Rosie will play the apology now.
If you were listening before the break, there was a little bit of a heated discussion about Trent Croad and his career and where things are at. The two boys, one who is a Hawthorn superstar and one's the best caller on Sundays, any radio station, had a little bit of a heated discussion. Boys, maybe just a little bit of, maybe Jason, you first to Quarters and a response, and we'll move on with Sunday afternoon football.
I thought we had moved on home. You want to do it on air, do you?
Well, we just...
Well, I apologise to Q. I threw a bit of rice, and I didn't mean to upset him, so I apologise.
Quarters, we move on.
Pretty sincere, pretty generous.
That is brilliant.
And sincere. Now, if you miss the level of heartfelt sincerity of that apology, I think, Rosie, we should play it again so everybody can soak in.
Here we go.
If you were listening before the break, there was a little bit of a heated discussion about Trent Croad and his career and where things are at. The two boys, one who is a Hawthorn superstar and one's the best caller on Sundays, any radio station, had a little bit of a heated discussion. Boys, maybe just a little bit of, maybe Jason, you first to Quarters and a response, and we'll move on with Sunday afternoon football.
I thought we had moved on home. You want to do it on air, do you?
Well, we just...
Well, I apologise to Q. I threw a bit of rice, and I didn't mean to upset him, so I apologise.
Quarters, we move on.
I'm glad Quarters decided to move on. Yeah. I thought Jason had a lot more to give.
We're going to do it on air, are we?
I did throw a bit of fried rice. If he needs to hear about it, if he wants to be that big a sook and needs an apology, then okay, all right. Yeah. Gets better and better.